بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. My dear brothers and sisters, just quick reminder, inshallah, we are about to finish the month of Rajab, one of the sacred months which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made. As it mentioned in Surah At-Tawbah, when Allah says, إِنَّ عِدَّةَ الشُّهُورِ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ 12 شهرا في كتاب الله يوم خلق السماوات والأرض منها 4 حرم ذلك الدين القيم فلا تظلموا فيهن أنفسكم. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He had made the 1 year to be with the 12th month. This was already written, ordained in the book of Allah in Lawh al-Mahfuz, in a preserved tablet, in the day when Allah created the heavens and the earth. From them, 4 of them are sacred. 4 of them, they are chosen by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is enough for us to know how important are these 4th month in the sight of Allah. Because if Allah chooses something, then must be something holy, something honored, something which is really, really sacred. And we have to take it as such. He said, this is ذلك الدين القيم. This is that pure faith religion which was already from the previous messengers. They was considering this month to be sacred. Therefore, do not wrong yourself on it. So my dear brothers and sisters, the Prophet ﷺ explained to us hadith which is collected in Imam al-Bukhari, hadith Abu Bakr. The Prophet ﷺ, he reminds us about the Sana is the 12th month. And from them, he say 4 of them are sacred. 3 of them are next to each other, they are in a row. And 1 is separate. And he said they are Dhul Qa'dah, Dhul Hijjah, and Muharram, Shahrullah al-Muharram. Wa Rajab Mudar. Mudar is the tribe which was known in the time of the Prophet to keep that month Rajab as a sacred. The sacred month, Shuhur al-Muharram, they're the month with even in the time of Jahiliyyah, they didn't do any fight, any harb. They was removing the peak of the arrows or the spears. They was removing that, so they do not fight. They don't even spear or the animal. I mean, they were so into it. Some of the tribes, they was twisting. So the Prophet ﷺ in Hajjatul Wada', the last Hajj he gave, he mentioned this hadith. قال إن الزمان قد استدار كهيئته يوم خلق الله السماوات والأرض والسنة 12 شهرا. He said the zaman, the timing has driven, has come back to normal the way how it was when Allah from when was existence and Allah created the heaven and the earth. And he says the year is 12 months, among them there are 4. So therefore, my brother, we have to take this sacred month, which majority of the people, unfortunately, they have neglected, they are heedless. Today, nobody cares anymore which is the sacred month. Like a Rajab is a sacred month. The Muslim cannot fight, cannot wrong, cannot backbite, cannot slander. The life of the Muslim in this month should change. But nobody cares. Why? Because we are possessed with the Gregorian calendar, and nobody anymore care about the Hijri calendar. Therefore, when the nation lose her history, doesn't consider any more nation. There is no future of that nation. That nation being defeated psychologically. And one of the brothers was mentioned, may Allah protect him. He said when he was in Egypt, the Hijri calendar was in the right in the board written, and then the Gregorian calendar was in the left. In elementary school. In middle school, they say they twisted. The Hijri calendar was in the left and the Gregorian calendar was in the right. He said when we reach in a high school, they drop the Hijri calendar. So you only see the Gregorian calendar. And that is what's going on today. If you ask our youth about Valentine's Day, about Mother's Day, about the Easter, about the Christmas Eve and New Year Eve and other holidays, they made it. They all know them in details. Which day is coming, Thanksgiving and the New Year. When you ask them, what is the New Year of the Muslims? Nothing. What is the sacred month in the sight of Allah? Nothing. Give me the calendar in order. They don't know. And our history is linked with that calendar in Hijri. We know which year the Salah was established, which year the prayer, the fasting became mandatory. All this they are linked. They are the month Allah chose them sacred. It's enough to you honor this month and magnify this month. Allah says, ذَلِكَ وَمَنْ يُعَظِّمْ شَعَائِرَ اللَّهِ فَإِنَّهَا مِنْ تَقْوَى الْقُلُوبِ. Those people who honor, magnify the sacred, the symbols of Allah, this is sign, He is God conscious, the sign of the taqwa. And Allah just says in Surah Al-Ma'idah, يا الذين آمنوا لا تحلوا شعائر الله ولا الشهر الحرام. Do not go against, do not validate the honorable symbols of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Neither the month, the sacred month, is important. Since Allah mentioned this in Surah Al-Hajj, ذلك ومن يعظم شعائر الله من يعظم حرمات الله فإنه خير له عند ربه. If you take this as sacred month and this honorable, and you magnify them, you honor them, that will be better for you when you meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the Rajab is passing. Of course, we do not have any special worship in Rajab from the Prophet. Any of this worship, what they been added, this extreme, they are all innovation. Like Salatul Raghaib, like Salat Dawood. Some people, they celebrate Isra wal Miraj, which is nobody can have an authentic proof because that's happened in Rajab. We know Isra wal Miraj happened, it's mentioned in Quran, but it's not been recorded that happened in Rajab. But the people just made up. We cannot go to the extreme in this way, neither to neglect it in this way. We are a middle nation. So therefore, my brother, teach your family, teach your kids the sacred month, teach your kids the Hijri month, and teach the thing what happened in this Hijri month, so they should wait for them to know when is the Hijri, when is the new year of the Hijri calendar, so they can keep the history going. Instead, they are focusing on the other holidays, which is nothing to do with the believers. Majority of them, they are pagan holidays, and they take it and they think this is they're supposed to. No, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect us, and to protect our youth, and to make us from the people who know the history and keep learning, so you can meet Allah Azza wa Jalla and He is pleased with you. هذا وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه